Hi, my loves. How are we doing? I know the setup looks different. Where my desk used to be over there against the wall. Okay. And like I done some rearranging last night. Now over there's where all my altars are at, and it looks so much nicer. It's more cozy and witchy, and it just looks better. And I'm actually in front of a window so I could get some natural lighting, and you could actually tell I have red hair. I'm really happy about this setup. So, but anyways, I'm coming in for a general read. Even though it's very general, if this doesn't apply to you, sit right with you. You don't want to hear what I have to say. That is okay, my loves. I will return some other time, but I just want to see what is a message you need to hear right now. Oh, I got the Lovers. Oh, and then I got the Queen of Swords. I haven't seen Homegirl come out in a long time. Man. I feel like for this collective, there is something about, I'm kind of getting dark, divine, feminine energy a little bit. But it's to a sense, I'm clearly talking to a little single Pringle. I'm talking to somebody that's very independent, that there is something, a shift in your attitude specifically when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships. I feel like I'm talking to a collective. You don't trust love. You don't trust anybody right now. For some of, again, take it how it applies. For some of you, this could very much, yes, apply to about love, or this could apply about friendships. Clearly, you're shunning yourself away from deep emotional connections. I'm getting the feeling for majority of you, though, has to do with love. I feel like you don't want a part of it. Because you see how like the Lovers are right here, but she's turning her head away from love. I'm hearing I don't want no part of it. There is something about you don't trust love with the Moon in reverse, yeah. And I understand, believe me, that like, dating in today's scene is very difficult. People are shady. You don't know who to trust. Getting into a commitment with some people is scary. I feel like I'm talking to a collective. All love has ever done is hurt you more than benefited you. And that's kind of how you feel about it. So now you're turning your cheek on it. I feel like I'm talking to a collective. You could be getting the middle finger. Why am I hearing, again, gender doesn't matter. I feel like I'm talking to somebody that could really be a man hater right now. You could, again, I'm here. I don't trust him. But I feel like there's a message for this collective you need to hear. And again, it's not necessarily going to say, well, you need to start being more trusting. I'm not hearing they're going to tell you that. But there is a sense of, because sometimes with having that attitude, you could turn away the right people, the people that the universe, you see how she's kind of hovering over this couple right here. It's like the universe is trying to send you somebody. And again, if you're in a spot of I'm not ready for love, that is completely okay. But sometimes with having that Queen of Swords, that cutthroat energy, you could turn away people that are meant for you, hence self-sabotage. And they don't want that. Because I feel like sometimes self-sabotaging good connections or good things can sometimes hurt you more than the past, okay? Let me see what is it they're trying to talk to you about. Yeah, the Six of Cups, I talked about the past. I think the past hurts you. And I think in the nice way, this collective, you're still hung up on the past. Not necessarily, for some of you, you could be hung up on somebody, but I think it's more to do with the pain that they put you through. The past really did hurt you. And now I feel like you went from your Queen of Cups energy to your Queen of Swords, I want to flip up my middle fingers. And I feel like that's how this collective is embodied. There's a reason I brought up the man-hating phase. Again, gender doesn't matter. I'm using that term for a reason. You don't trust anybody. And again, you see how she's looking at the Six of Cups. You're really but the problem is you're so fixated on the past. And I'm not saying this collective, you're not healing or you're not doing this. But if you constantly turn your cheek of what they've done to you, what they put you through, remember everything they said to you, blah, 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 blah. Again, you're self-sabotaging on the things that are coming up for the future. And again, if you're in the spot of I'm not ready to date, that is completely okay. But she is completely, her head is so fixated on that Six of Cups, on the past, again, of what they've done. And again, you're reflecting more on how they hurt you. And I think you're hard on yourself as far as how sweet and soft and giving and nurturing you were. Because I'm staring at the Six of Cups. I don't know if you can tell from here, but you see how she's like giving to this person. I think that you're kind of not saying that you're not like pointing the finger at the people of your past, but you're more, yeah, it's like you're reflecting on the ending of yourself. A part of you died back then is kind of more what I'm getting. I think you're in the spot of you're trying to forgive yourself. You're trying to forgive yourself on how giving, how nurturing, how sweet, how honorable, how loyal you were, and you didn't get that back in return. That's where I'm saying with that Ten of Swords. It's like the past you is gone. I'm hearing she's not coming back. Gender doesn't matter, but you know what I'm saying? What else is going on? Yeah, Page of Pentacles right here. Let me see more about this Lovers. The Star. I don't think this collective, you have any hope when it does come to love. Seven of Pentacles. Let me try to ease your mind. What if with the Star, what if? And again, I'm open, maybe I'll change your perspective. And that's what your guides are trying to do. They're not trying to make you say, you need to believe in love again. You need to, no. What if they didn't break you, and what if they truly set you free? With the Page of Pentacles, what they offered you, what they've done for you was clearly not enough. Instead of thinking they hurt me, they did this to me, they make me, again, I'm getting man-hater phase. They were meant to set you free. You were meant to evolve. You were meant to be tougher with that Queen of Swords. Because let's be real, of all the queens, she's a tough queen. She is a hard one to crack. Sometimes to go, and whatever, love clearly puts you through a spiritual awakening. And spiritual awakenings, let's be real, what they do to you, strip you down from everything you've ever known or what you thought was normal so you can rebuild yourself back in again. Try your best to, instead of changing your shift on your attitude of they did this to me, they did this to me. It's like, thank you for doing that to me because now I'll never go back. And that's what they're trying to tell you, because she keeps looking, gender doesn't matter. She keeps looking back through the past. Quit looking at the past and look ahead for you, whether it is love or keep going with your life. Continuously looking back at old scars and wounds is not going to benefit you. It's not going to make your future brighter. And at the end of the day, it's not going to make you feel good. It is a growing pattern you're going through. And again, it is okay if you're not ready. This is not a message of you need to be ready and be more forgiving. Absolutely not. I'm in no place, or I feel like anybody's in a place to tell you to forgive. But Queen of Swords. Yeah, the Seven of Cups right here. And the Queen of Cups at bottom deck. That's what I'm saying. This one, gone. Let me see more about that Seven of Cups. Eight of Swords right here. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. How exciting. You were never meant to settle. I always say with my Seven of Cups, not every cup is good for you. One of them is bound to be poisonous. And I think for this collective, and I resonate with you on this one, you're sick and tired of sipping on the poisonous cup. Baby, they weren't meant for you. They never were. Moving forward, I kind of gained this vision of like a Lysol can, and I feel like that is what your guides are doing for you right now. Let your guides, instead of yourself, because I think you want to take the reins on who's good for you, F this, F that, and in a nice way, they're saying you have no control over that. There's nothing wrong with being in your power, but that's where I was saying at the beginning of the reading that they're a little worried you may go back and you may really self-sabotage possibly something good in the future. Let's be real. You don't want that, and neither does your guides. But I'm bringing up a Lysol can. Again, Lysol could be significant to you, where anybody that tries to approach you from here on out, they're like spraying them away. They're not meant to be. They're not meant for you. It's not that you're not meant for them. They're not meant for you. Unfortunately, with the spiritual awakening, they had to break you down to make you understand you were never meant to put up with the bare minimum. You were never meant to put up with the lies and the disloyalty and the cheating and, the the lackluster. You were never molded for that. You were meant to build yourself up tougher, to understand that I'm meant for so much more, that I love myself from this point forward, that anything